Welcome to the today's question. It is 486. Predict the winner. This problem has two players. Most of the people's first instinct is to track the score of first as well as track the user of second and write the min max. So where and max maximize and the other minimize. That's the instinct is exactly what the problem make you feel harder. Let me hit you with the reality that this problem is only based on the thinking of only one player's advantage, not of the two players. So you don't need to take care of the two players, just you think about the one player advantage. So no first score, no second player score, no minimize and no maximize, just the one tracking and one maximum thing. Let us see why that's even work. What the question says as you have given an array which is nums and two players which is having alternate turns. So player one might pick the first element and then player two might pick the second element. They need to take the either the leftmost element or the rightmost element and add that number to their own scores. What the twist here as both of the players as we have the players, so both of the players are playing optimally. What the thing here are that both player are optimally. This is the main thing why that question is carrying the difference as both player are optimally, not the single. There are both player optimally. So it is needing that both player wants to maximize their score, maximize their score. So it is the pattern which is a max pattern. In very couple of minutes, you will understand what is the max pattern and you will be able to solve this question in very few number of steps and few number of lines. Just wait for some minutes. I will make you understand about a max pattern. First, what do we need to return in this problem? The return part, return. So it will says that if the player 1 is having greater score or equal score than P2, then return true, else return false. This is the whole returning criteria. Now, this is the max pattern. If you need the code of this problem, it is linked in the description. And if you like the video, just feel free to like and subscribe the things. So for max pattern, the here the key observation that will completely change the way you are thinking. At first, you feel like you need to calculate the player one score and the player two score, but actually don't. You don't need to calculate two things separately. Instead, we define one recursive function. What one recursive function will return? So let me define one recursive function. We'll need one re, one recursion. Assume what it will return. Will it return the player one score? No, it will not. It will return the player two score? No, it will again not. What it will return? It will return the current player. It will return the, let me write it. It will return the maximum score difference the current player can achieve over other player. Okay, over other player. Okay, current player difference with the other player. So how it is possible? Before we, the pattern now changes at we need the current player. So how we think about the current player? When we make the first recursive call, it will return the score of current player, which is the P1, because the question says P1 start first. So the first call will return player one. What it will return? It will return player one's maximum advantage. Maximum advantage. What will be the second call? Second call, what it will return? You can, I think, assume that it will return player two's maximum advantage. Now, what about next? What about the third call? Third call. Third call will again return player return the player one's maximum advantage. And this how it thing will work as player two, then player one. This type of swapping will perform. So now you can think about the function as nothing in the function changes. We need to write the same exact function. And what the thing is changing is the player number. Here also, we do not need to keep a thing to see that it is a player one or player two. It is defined that the first call is of player one, then the other call is of player two, then the player one, then player two. So eventually, when we get the reply of our last call, the first we are calling, it will return the player one score. And from player one score, we will see, let's say we are having in the main function as the thing given here, it is given the nums. So we got the int player one max score. Okay, max score. Why we are writing the max score, not just score? Because here the games are like we have two player. If player one will have some points and player two gain some points, the player two if gain some points, let's say 5, so it is thought that the player one has -5. The gain of player two will reflect in the score of player one. So that's why we are writing the max score. Okay, so the let's say max score, and we need to call the function we are having. So let's say our function will be the current player advantage. Let's say this is the function we are having. So in this function, we will pass this nums. We will pass this nums, and we will pass a 0 as we need the whole array from 0 to n-1. So from 0 to n-1, we will pass. So after receiving this, as here is the score of p1. Now, what do we need to return? We need to return as if the player one. What the things we need to return? If the player one is greater than or equal to p2, we need to return true. So this is the maximum score of player one. So if player one max score is greater than or equal to 0, we need to return true. So if it is greater than or equal to 0, means after having that, means the difference is greater than or equal to 0. As we know that if we have a and b, and if a minus b will leads to minus negative value, means this value is bigger. If a minus b is having a value positive, means this is bigger. Okay, this is bigger. That's why the player one minus player two, if it is having a positive value, means it is bigger. Okay, and 0 is also the positive, we can say, as we have applied a sign of equality here. Okay, for 0. Now if it is having a negative value, it is not satisfying that, it will automatically return true. So that's the main function. And now let us write this function. So the function is current player advantage. So current player advantage, it will need my nums, then left, then right. So what it will say, let's say we are having this array. Now the current player is p1, as the first caller is p1. So if the caller choose the left one, so p1 will immediately gain the nums of left. Okay, this will gain the nums of left. After that, the opponent move become the current player, as the current player was p1. Now the current player is now p2. So what about the p2? The recursive call tell us that the opponent maximum advantage for that remaining game. Okay, so we need to subtract the opponent, because the opponent's advantage is our disadvantage, as we have discussed here. As here is the game that will leads to the things. If someone like p1 and p2, if p2 gains something, it will become a loss for p2. So here we will call the current player advantage, and if it is taken the leftmost, we need to pass the rest of things. So we need to pass the nums, and left index will move to +1. So left index will +1, and then the right index. So that's about the p1 if the choice is left. So choice is left. What about the choice if right? So choice if right, it will says like nums of right, then the array will become like current, and the array will become nums of left or right -1, because we need to subtract from the right. So that's become our recursive call. The recursive call is, let us convert it as CPA. Okay, current player advantage. So CPA. So CPA of this, if the current player chooses the left, so it, let's say, chooses left. So what about chooses left? We need to make sure this exists here. And there is another int. What about chooses right? The same thing we will write here, as chooses left will be equal to nums of left and nums of right. Then we need to call other things. Now, what about return? We need to return the maximum of two things, as both of the players need their maximum. So max of C of L and C of R. Where do we need to stop the recursion? We need to stop if the left and right is equal. So if the left equal to R, we need to stop. So return nums of left. Okay, so let me code it out. You will understand the full logic once it will code it out. So if player one max advantage. So player one max advantage is, because the first caller is player one. So current player advantage. Current player advantage is, we can call the nums, and from 0 to nums dot length -1, and we need to return if the player 1 max advantage is greater than 1, we need to return true. So we can change it like if player 1 max advantage is greater than equal to 0, we need to return true, else return false. Okay, as the question asked about the player 1. So we need the things about player 1. So this is the private int. This, it will need the nums and int left, then in right. Where do we need to terminate? We need to terminate where L equal to R. If left equal to right, we need to terminate as we need to return nums of left. So this is the base case. Now for choosing left, okay, choose left. Choose left. We need a choose left. Choose left will see. Choosing left will gain the leftmost element. So nums of left. Then the opponent gain is our loss. So minus of gain nums of left plus 1 because we choose the left and now the array becomes short. Now the choose right int choose right. We will gain the rightmost element, most element minus current of, we will pass the nums, left will become as it is and right will become minus 1. And this will return max as both need their score to be maximum. Choose left, choose right. Let me hit the test cases. So let me see the test cases are passing successfully. Let me submit it. On submitting, it is pending and now it is passed. It is really fast. The whole code present in my GitHub repo. I will give the link in the description. If you think it help you, feel free to subscribe the channel.